Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked, where I climb the online VGC 18 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. First of all, I want to wish you guys a happy holidays. As you know, I was on vacation with my family for the last couple of days, so I wasn't able to upload, and I didn't have any time, unfortunately, to pre-record any episodes before I left. And I am back just for like 12 hours because I'm actually flying out to Hong Kong to hang out with college friends for like a week and a half or so. But I think while I'm in Hong Kong, I'll have some downtime to record, so I'll bring all my recording equipment and I'll see what I can do while I'm there. But I do want to get some content out before I left just because I've missed the last couple of days. So first of all, I haven't finished up my new team in game yet, so I'm going to play a couple of episodes with this team, this rain team that I featured in the last one. This is a QR code team, so if you want to try it out, you can check out the link in the description below. Thank you to the creator of the team who had obviously made it and put it online. And speaking of QR codes, I also am going to put the QR code and the paste for the last team I used on Road to Ranked, of course, the Hydreigon the Hydreigon dual mega team that I was using, and I'm going to be doing a team analysis for that, so you can expect that in basically, I think I'm going to try to put it 12 hours after this video goes up, maybe a little bit more after that, but yeah, expect it basically within the next 24 hours, and yeah, feel free to try that out. My goal, obviously, like I mentioned, is to create new teams every week and a half and put a QR code out for them, but yeah, I have not finished my new team in-game, unfortunately, just because it has a bunch of Pokemon I have not finished breeding yet, so I'm going to try to finish that up on my flight over to Hong Kong, and then hopefully record with that once I am in Hong Kong. But yeah, thank you guys for bearing with my busy schedule. As always, like I mentioned, I really want to get back into YouTube a little bit more consistently. You know, really for the last 2 years, it's just been a hectic time because of college and me focusing on the program, my academic program over at college. But I have finally basically finished all my required courses, so next semester is going to be really, really relaxed. And so I'll be able to focus a lot more on content creation. I'll be going to a couple of tournaments as well, be commentating whenever I can, and overall just looking forward to a good year. So thank you guys as always for the support, and as always, if you guys do enjoy Road to Ranked, I'd really appreciate if you guys could leave a like on the video. It would be awesome. And we're going to get this episode kicked off with Ralph from Canada rocking a really scary looking team. So of course we are using Rain. If you want to try this team out, check out the QR code in the description below. The reason why I wanted to use this team is, one, Rain is a cool strategy archetype. I haven't used that, and my next team features something revolving a little bit around Rain. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it should be something to look forward to. So this team is really interesting. It's a mix of like Trick Room, but you've got Salamence for the Tailwind option as well. So Salamence is the Mega. It's got Snorlax and Cresselia, two of the scariest Pokemon you can really go up against, Incineroar, Bulu, and the Araquanid. So I'm really scared of Trick Room. I think this has Taunt, right? It doesn't have Taunt. Yikes. Huh. I don't know how this team deals with Trick Room, to be quite honest. I could fake out... See, Ferrothorn has Knockoff, so I could get rid of Cress's Berry. I don't really know how I can accomplish that. Bulu is also quite an issue. I feel like this is just not a good matchup for me at all. What about Pelipper Ludi? I could fake out turn 1. I basically need to navigate Ferrothorn well in this matchup, I think. Thundurus is definitely a no-go. Actually, it's not a no-go, but I think I want Hurt Ferrothorn instead. Yeah. The more I think about it, the more I think Thundurus actually makes sense here, but I feel like I have no Trick Room matchup whatsoever, so if I can win this, I would honestly be pretty happy, because basically when you go like hardcore Rain like this team does, you are committing 100% to Rain, and it is really difficult because it's like a relatively one-dimensional strategy, so sometimes you'll like absolutely sweep, and then other times you'll kind of just get wrecked if you have bad matchups. So I haven't played with this team much, and we see Crest Snorlax as a lead. Okay. This is pretty scary. This is definitely pretty scary. So I've got Ferrothorn waiting in the back. I'm thinking, honestly, fake out Snorlax, switch out into Ferrothorn so I can knock it off. Although, actually, I don't even know the speed tiers between Ferrothorn and Snorlax because I haven't used Ferrothorn in so long. I'm Assault Vest Ludi. Yeah, I think I'm going to switch into Ferrothorn here because I'm not going to get any utility right now from the Pelipper. I mean, I could fake out the... Yeah, I'll just let Trick Room go up. Because alternatively, my play is to fake out Crest and maybe Surf. Maybe that would have been a better play. I think my opponent's just going to try to set up Belly Drum and Trick Room and Sweep, so I have to kind of deny that. So there's a Trick Room, yeah. I think I'm just going to keep attacking around Cresselia this game. Yeah, I think Ferrothorn is slower, so I'm going to knock off and Scald. This Ferrothorn should be min speed. I really hope it is. Like, there's pretty much no reason not to run min speed Ferrothorn, especially when you're running Gyro Ball as just one of your main means of offense, especially on a banded Ferrothorn. Oh. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, so I was faster, which is good. I deny a belly drum, get rid of its berry. But it's a helping hand double edge coming out. That might just knock me out. Yikes. Okay. So I trade Ludi for Snorlax. It's honestly not a bad trade, I think. Who do I want to bring in? I think I'll bring in Pert. Yeah. So, the knockoff is good. I didn't have any counterplay to the helping hand double edge because I'm assault vested. I don't want to just knock off Cress and protect Swampert this turn. Because Snorlax isn't going to do anything against Ferrothorn. My opponent could switch out. That's my one fear. And the Pokemon I'm really concerned about... Okay, there's the Cress switch out. Is the Araquanid. But it's Bulu coming in. Okay. So I'll get rid of Bulu's item. But then now I'm in a really awkward position because Bulu can just threaten the Swampert slot. And my opponent probably knows I'm banded. Because I went for the knockoff. Now, let's see what item Bulu has. Might be Z move. Yep. And Snorlax curses. Ugh, that's ugly. I should have attacked with Swampert, I guess. That would have been better, yeah. I think I'm kind of screwed. Because I'm locked into knockoff. And I protected with Swampert. Yeah, it's not good. Unless my opponent doesn't know I'm banded. And fears a Gyro Ball. I feel like you probably should expect that I'm banded at this point, though. Maybe I need a double protect here right now with Swampert. Yeah, I feel really behind, so I feel like I kind of have to go for it. Like I mentioned, this matchup wasn't very good to begin with, and I should have played a little bit better with my Swampert that last turn. I could have doubled up into Snorlax, potentially. Yeah, I don't get the double. So here's a double edge coming out. Gonna target down the Swampert slot. Okay, so Swampert actually does hang on. And there's a Z move, yeah. Ugh, what an ugly game. Yeah, I have no idea what I could have done in this matchup. Maybe lead Thunderous because I had the fighting Z move, but like Solomon's Cresselia totally could have been a viable lead for my opponent too. I think this game just highlights... Yeah, okay, so it was the double up and a Pert. So that's why I went for the protect. Not going to get it, which sucks, but what can you do? So at least I can lock myself into Iron Head now, but double edge from double edge is just really strong. You know, it's this Snorlax opts for double edge instead of like return or frustration. That little bit of extra damage actually really does go the full mile because you saw how I was able to knock out my Ludicolo. Actually, one play I could have made. Oh no, my Ferrothorn was out at that point, so I couldn't have switched out. Maybe I could have switched out in a Pert, but I was not expecting helping hand double edge either. That was not a good look. The last turn of Trick Room. I think I should protect Pelipper, definitely. Question is what I do with Ferrothorn. Is there any way I could win this? I'm down 2-4, but I can't give up yet. What if I just Iron-Headed? What about Power Whipping? Because grassy terrain is up. I think I'm going to actually lock myself into Power Whip. And then I can Hurricane Bulu. So Snorlax can't recover, at least. Bulu protects. Okay, that's fine. So I know I can't protect next turn either, which is good. Snorlax double edges. Yep. Okay, please don't miss. Okay, that's good. Nice. So I locked myself in a Power Whip because I can't win against Cresselia if I knock myself into... I mean, I guess I could lock myself into Iron Head. This really comes down to what my opponent's last Pokemon is. Because if it's something like Araquanid, maybe I actually have a chance. Yeah, it's Incineroar. Do I have a chance with Incineroar? Probably not. I mean, you could just fake out Pelipper and Woodhammer it. So what? Do I need to double protect here? I didn't get it with Swampert earlier, so maybe I can try to go for it with Pelipper. I feel like you kind of have to go for the fake out, the double play into Pelipper, so I think I have to go for the protect here. Yeah, I feel like I got to. And I'll Power Whip the Incineroar. Just because I might be able to win 1v1. Oh, I do get it! Okay, that keeps this interesting then. Yeah, so my opponent did go for the double up into it. Power Whip does connect with Incineroar as well. So this is Banded Grassy Terrain Power Whip. Oh my god, that does so much. Wow, so maybe I'm still in this then. I mean, dang, maybe I should have Power Whip Bulu. One turn of Grassy Terrain. Can I survive a Flare Blitz in the rain? That's my other question. And how much does Hurricane do to Bulu? Will it knock it out? I don't think it will. Yeah, I probably should have Power Whipped Bulu. Okay, I went for the Hurricane onto... Incineroar switches out. So if I crit or confuse or... Oh, Bulu's faster and it subs. Oh my gosh, this game is crazy. What is going on? So it's faster Bulu. Do I hit? Well, I've been connecting with the Power Whips. Ferrothorn is keeping me in this one right now, boys. Yeah, this is actually pretty crazy. Okay, Grassy Terrain is gone. I know Bulu is fast. Wait, yeah, Grassy Terrain's gone now. So can't I just Hurricane Bulu? What do you do here for if you're my opponent? Do you go for that Helping Hand Woodhammer onto Pelipper? That could work as well. Oh my god, this is crazy. Yeah, if I were faster. I want to protect here. I don't like that play. Oh, Bulu protected. So what's Cresselia going for? Trick Room? Ice Beam? Light Screen? Oh, boy. What if my opponent's afraid that I'm Sash, though? You don't go for the Helping Hand play. Hurricane's not 100% accurate here either. What if I Tailwinded so that I'm faster? I think I should just Hurricane. Yeah. I mean... I should have doubled up in a Bulu. Oh, it's just Woodhammer, though. Oh, no! Wow, it would have been really close. Without that crit, I might just pick up the double knockout. Oh my gosh. I missed the Power Whip anyway, but it would have been super close. Like, I'm content with this game because Ferrothorn honestly really tried its best and clawed my way back into this one. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. I think... I'm trying to think what I could have done better. I could have Power Whipped the Cresselia the turn Bulu protected, but then you can just fake out Woodhammer me. Is that Berry Bulu? Oh no, we saw it use Z move. Yeah. Oh. I don't think I was trying to stall out the Grassy Terrain, so I don't think Woodhammer knocks me out. Honestly, Woodhammer plus Icy Wind might not have knocked me out either. So without the crit, like I needed to hit my Power Whips, but without the crit and without the yeah, I don't know, it would have been really close. Because, like, I would have needed to hit Hurricane and Power Whip, so the odds weren't really in my favor, but, you know, I'm, like, content enough because I was in a position where I could have at least potentially won the game. Yeah, Bulu being faster, that was the real nail in the coffin. If it were slower, I think I actually would have had this game won. So Bulu protects, I Power Whip the Incineroar, but it doesn't really matter. Unless for some reason Incineroar, like, doesn't Flare Blitz here, but there's literally no reason not to. Yeah, of course. So, good game to my opponent. That was a really crazy game. I'm happy as is, because I feel like I was in a position where I could have potentially won. It would have come down... I really don't know how much Bulu Woodhammer does without the grassy terrain, plus Cresselia's Icy Wind. Because what I'm saying is, let's say I do survive the Woodhammer, I hit the Hurricane, I hit the Woodhammer, I'm trying to think. Maybe I still lose anyway. Because let's say I survive Woodhammer plus Icy Wind, I hit my Hurricane, I hit my Power Whip, then I knock out both the Bulu and the Cresselia, and it's -1 speed Pelipper and the Ferrothorn against the Incineroar. But then I guess I would just protect Pelipper, because if you Flare Blitz, you'll take enough recoil. Actually, no, we saw that Incineroar hung on from enough at the end. So I think my opponent would win anyway. Actually, no, I would... So then the question is basically, do you protect Incineroar immediately, or do you attack the Ferrothorn? Because if I protect and you attack into my protect, Power Whip 2-shots the Incineroar. So I basically needed to hit everything, and I needed to make sure no RNG went against me, so the odds definitely weren't in my favor there. But given how poor the matchup really looked, I think I'm okay with that. I'm trying to think what turns I could have really played better. Had the opportunity to knock out Cresselia, but I don't mind protecting the Pelipper the turn I did. But I should have thought about it in retrospect and thought maybe my opponent thinks I'm sash, so you're not going to go for the Helping Hand play, so you're just going to go for the Woodhammer, which I should be able to survive. But had I just Woodhammer Hurricaned, Incineroar comes in, Rain expires. Basically, I didn't want my opponent to get Incineroar out at the same time as the Bulu. I wanted to pick up a double knockout, which was the position I was going for. But that was a really crazy game. Let's talk about this one, though. Koko, Bulu, Goth, Mawile, Incineroar, and the Gastrodon. This is a game where Rain can definitely put in a lot of work. I mean, the Gastrodon's the one thing I'm scared about, obviously. Bulu is always kind of scary as well. Once again, there's Trick Room on my opponent's end, but it might be a little bit harder to set up this time around. I think I'll just go with Pelipper Ludi for the fake out pressure. Definitely want Pert. The question is, do I want to bring Ferrothorn here? Because you could make a case for Kingdra as well. Ferrothorn gives me a slightly better matchup against the Goth Mawile combination. But Kingdra, yeah, actually Ferrothorn's really good here, I feel like. Just against everything, other than the Incineroar. So actually, I'll bring it. Maybe I don't want Pert then. Do I want Pert? Maybe Kingdra's better. There's Intimidate. And there's Grassy Terrain. I'm going to bring Kingdra instead. So, no Mega Pert. Oh man, that last game was crazy though. The Helping Hand, the Double Edge. Wow. Wow. But that kind of demonstrates the power of Choice Band Ferrothorn though. Like we saw how much those like Grassy Terrain Power Whips were doing. Over 50% to Incineroar, 75% to Cresselia. Like that's crazy. Alright, got Incineroar. Okay, I'll take that. Actually, do I take that? I should have thought about this a little bit better. Because I'm trapped, and that's the main issue. And we trade fake outs, but then my opponent just gets Trick Room up. Because I can't knock out God because I don't have the Z move on Ludi. Huh, should have thought about that a little bit better. I could also fake out Incineroar and Surf. Do I want to just trade fake outs turn 1? Yeah. Surfing is probably ideal here. Man, I use Goth Mawile too. I should have thought about a better lead. Like Swampert would have been better here, definitely. I think I want to fake out. I could just Scald here immediately. I'll fake out. I'll fake out Goth. Huh? Huh. Well, is this Z move Incineroar? It's gotta be then, right? Oh man, I could have faked out Incineroar then. That would have put me in such a good position. That looks like AV. It's just knockoffing. Into Pelipper. Whoa. Okay, I certainly did not expect that. Now I can just Giga Drain the Gastrodon slot, but the question is, Gastrodon might protect here. And I could totally see Gastrodon protecting and Incineroar switching back out into the Gothitelle. But maybe that's not so bad. I just don't want to surf again and give Gastrodon another boost. But there's no way you leave Gastrodon in against a Ludicolo and just let me Giga Drain. So I think I'm going to switch out into Ferrothorn. Surf and switch out into Ferrothorn, yeah. Which also gives me now knockoff pressure. I just can't see Gastrodon staying in and not protecting or switching out. And if so, I mean, I'll be so sad because I could have Giga Drained against the Gastrodon. So Ferrothorn comes in. Incineroar switches out, yep. Goth? Yep. Okay. That's fine. Bulu. That's really fine then. Because now you set up the terrain for my Ferrothorn, which we just saw in the last game, can put in work. And in fact, I can just... I mean, now, once again, who's faster between my Bulu and your... Yeah, that does really solid damage. I don't know if Ban Knockoff will knock out Goth, but my opponent didn't even bring Goth Mawile, which is really good news for me. The knockoff against Pelipper was totally fine, too. I mean, I'm just gonna Hurricane Bulu and Power Whip now. This is a really weird game. I'm trying to figure out my opponent's turn 1 play, but with Ludi in the back and Kingdra, I feel like this matchup isn't nearly as bad. I mean, the matchup didn't look too bad to begin with, but I was just scared of the Trick Room, because I was like, oh, if you lead Incineroar Goth, that's like a clear Trick Room, switch into Mawile, sweep with Mawile kind of game. But my opponent doesn't even have Mawile. And this Ferrothorn now, Power Whip, will knock out anything on the Goth top. Like, it'll knock out Goth, it'll knock out the Gastrodon, and it'll knock out Bulu. Or, not, sorry, not Bulu. The Incineroar, because I'm banded. So, who would have called Ferrothorn, banded, grassy terrain, 2 games in a row? Okay, Bulu switches out into Incineroar. That's fine. Does Goth protect? It doesn't. I might just knock it out right now. I'm not going to knock out Incineroar, though. Yeah. Alright, can we knock it out? Oh my god, this Choice Band Ferrothorn's a monster! Oh my goodness, that's actually gross. I think, every time you see Ferrothorn, you expect the Leech Seed variant, right? So my opponent was going for the Trick Room there, obviously. And the Trick Room makes sense, because you're setting up Trick Room against fast Pokemon, like the Ludicolo, the Kingdra potentially in the back. But I knew once the Bulu came out, I was like, I'm so glad I brought Ferrothorn, just because I was like, oh, you know, Kingdra maybe, but yeah, Ferrothorn was too good to pass up in this matchup. I mean, quite frankly, I'm just going to Hurricane the Incineroar here and Power Whip the Gastrodon. Yeah, I think I just won the game by getting that knockout. I don't see how my opponent can win this anymore, even if I missed Power Whip here. Pelipper should be faster than Incineroar. I did crit the Hurricane, and it doesn't really matter too much, because I'd be willing to surf myself anyway. Yeah, I'm just going to pick up a double knockout here. Oh my gosh. What is... This episode is crazy. Like, who would have called both games, you know, Banded Ferrothorn going up against Grassy Terrain Bulu, and both games it being relevant. I got frozen there, that's fine. Power Whip does connect with the Gastrodon. Nice. I just can't believe... Yeah, I think even if my opponent set up Trick Room there, though, like, even if I don't pick up the knockout and Goth has the berry, I'm still in a pretty good spot because Ferrothorn kind of demolishes my opponent's entire team. My opponent had nothing for the Ferrothorn. I mean, Goth's not going to do anything against it. At most, the Gastrodon can just Ice Beam or Scald it. That doesn't really do too much against it. Bulu, if it has Fighting Z or Superpower, I mean, you need Superpower for Fighting Z, but that's the only way, because otherwise Bulu is not doing anything against me. And the last one was the Incineroar. That was the only Pokemon that can threaten me, but the thing was, because it took 60% from the initial Surf, and we all saw how much the Power Whip did initially in the last game to Incineroar, over 50%. I would just need to hit Power Whip. But, I mean, that's the danger of running Power Whip, right? You need to connect with it. But, what a weird game. I'm actually curious how much Power Whip does to Bulu, so I want to switch out here, conserve the rain, and see whether it's like a 2-shot on Bulu. Oh my god. I think my opponent probably forfeits here. Yeah. GG. So today was Ferrothorn MVP. I mean, really almost gave me the opportunity to claw myself back into that first game. Like, the odds were still stacked against me, don't get me wrong, that first game, and I think my opponent played really well with the resources, like, not going for the Belly Drum on Snorlax and just going straight for the Helping Hand Double Edge. Like, there wasn't much I could have done against that, other than maybe switching out into Swampert. That could have given me some leverage. But that was a really good play, and then the Substitute was a really nice play on Bulu as well. My opponent managed the endgame pretty well, but yeah, I mean, Choice Band Ferrothorn in grassy terrain today really just like wanted to make a statement, and it definitely did. I was super impressed, and I didn't even set up the grassy terrain in either games. I think, normally you don't expect Ferrothorn to be an offensive juggernaut, but in this episode it absolutely was. And so we did split it 1-1, but I can't be too sad about that. I mean, how often do you see Choice Band Ferrothorn literally cleaning through like everything? Okay, it did 75% damage to a Cresselia, knocked out Gothitelle at 75%. Like, man, that's crazy. But yeah, that was a really fun episode, even if I did lose that first game. And I think there's a lot to take away from that first game as well. One, I mean, the Trick Room matchup is not very good to begin with. And two, when you're, like the thing with Assault Vest Ludi is normally you want to hang on from attacks, right? And so when you're up in Trick Room against something that can knock you out and you don't have any safe switch-ins, that's a really big problem as well. So yeah, I was too focused on denying the belly drum setup, but my opponent was smart enough not to go for it. And some really good plays from my opponent in that first game. But Choice Band Ferrothorn, man, really wanted to prove itself today, and I'm definitely impressed. Like, it proved its worth. Makes me think, like, man, I want to make a team with Bulu and Choice Band Ferrothorn because we saw how much damage it did, but that was really fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It's nice being back. I'm going to try to record a couple more episodes just for the next couple of days before I leave for Hong Kong, and then when I'm in Hong Kong, hopefully I'll have finished up my new team by then, and I'll switch to it. So thank you guys for watching. As always, if you enjoyed, please share support by leaving a like. Feel free to try out the team yourself. QR code is linked in the description below. Stay tuned for the QR code and the paste and the team analysis of the last team I used on Road to Ranked. I'm going to be uploading that later today as well. And yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Thank you guys for watching as always, and happy holidays. I'll catch you guys soon. All right, peace.